Hey, what is up, social media world? Let me know where you're tuning in from, and let me know, how do you handle dealing with other people's opinion? So on That's what today's topic is. And I I was like struggling with people's opinions by posting this. Like, as I'm crafting my description for today's video, as I'm thinking about how I'm not streaming from my home office because our internet is down, as I'm thinking about what I'm going to share during this time, I was just like, I was consumed with worry about what other people think. And other people's opinion. I know what we say as speakers. I know what you heard from coaches. We should not care what other people think. But the truth of the matter is, we do care, and it does matter, right? Especially when you're talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Other people's opinions certainly matter, especially when you're talking about relationships that you can't sever. My wife's opinion certainly does matter about the things I do, the decisions I make. My closest friends, my mentors, my pastor, these people matter. So we can't just we can't just do away with people's opinions. And by the way, other people's opinions and perspective is how we grow as individuals, as professionals. So we have to learn how to receive constructive criticism. We have to learn how to hear an opposing opinion and have civil discourse without losing our minds. But at the same time, we can't lose our authenticity. We can't neglect our truth. We can't compromise on our core values. And it is a sticky, touchy uh, reality that we have to deal with people's opinions. So I wanted to give you just a couple of thoughts to think about on how I deal with other people's opinion. True story. I was When I was in the third grade, my mama put me in accelerated learning classes. What that meant, that I was one of two black students in an all-white class. And there wasn't anything wrong with this. It actually was an advantage that I had because it made me stand out. People loved me. I was one of the smartest kids in the class. They cheated off my test. They laughed at my jokes. They called me Goon because I was like this big, tall, goofy, goony looking guy. And I thought, since they liked me, that meant that everyone in my school must like me. And then one day, as I'm walking back from a bathroom break, I got the wooden pass in my hand, which was disgusting, by the way, the fact that they made you share a wooden pass when you went to the bathroom. And I see this group of black students circled together, and they are just cracking jokes. And me, like being charismatic and kind of having a big ego, I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and get in on the jokes. So I walk in, kind of real close to the group, and I say to them, "What's so funny?" Literally, nobody answers. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I know they hear me. And if they don't hear me, I know they see me. I'm tall. And so I spoke up. I'm like, "What y'all over there laughing about?" And just as soon as I was finishing that sentence, somebody turned towards me and said, "Yours was funny, white boy." White boy. And they all erupted in laughter. And I walked away knowing that they weren't laughing with me, they were laughing at me. And I started asking people in the school, why they call me a white boy when I'm clearly black. And I learned that I was known in our school as the black kid that, quote unquote, talks and acts white. It was devastating. This was other people's opinion, and I allowed it to impact me to the degree that I changed everything about myself to fit in with other people. Changed the way that I looked, changed the way that I dressed, changed the way that I laughed, changed the decisions that I made, all to fit in with this African American community. And it worked. They embraced me. I got street cred. But in the midst of doing that, I lost a sense of self. And that's where I learned, y'all, listen to me. I'd rather be real and be rejected than to be fake and be accepted. And it is a thin line, because I did kind of need to know how they perceive me. I need to learn how other people think. I need to learn that what this means, that this is a worldview that some people have, not saying it's right. I did need to know that, but what I didn't, what I shouldn't have done is change my identity, lose my truth, lose my authenticity. And so, one way that you deal with the opinions of other people is you make a decision that I'm going to be real and embrace rejection rather than be fake and be accepted. Because if you're fake, if you fake a presentation, if you fake a personality, if you fake a belief and people believe you, you're going to have to keep up that act for the duration of the relationship, for the duration of the job. And it's going to be miserable because deep down inside, you know, it's not you who they're accepting, it's who you're pretending to be. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. But I truly want to hear, how do you handle dealing with the opinions of other people in regards to race, in regards to politics, in regards to relationship, in regards to beliefs, religion, whatever it is? How do you handle dealing with other people's opinions? Let me know in the comments. And looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow. Peace.